Hey there guys, it's Alvie from Luminescent Hearts. Just about to do, this is my midweek sort of check-in for the Twin Flame people in the Twin Flame community collective, and conscious relationship people, soulmates, however you define your deep soul connection. That's what it really is. It's a deep soul connection, right? And yeah, this reading's for you guys, the ones who are doing the hard work and bringing the new blueprint of love down to the earth, right? Let's have a look and see what's going on for Wednesday, the 7th of November. Although if you watch it another time, it's fine. If you still get a message or clarity or guidance, then you were meant to watch it at that particular time. Okay, so let's have a look. I think we might do a couple spread. So this is the energy within the relationship, alright? So that's within the connection. That's what's going on between the two of you, choosing your battles. Let's have a look here. I'll just pull all of the cards out and then I'll show you individually as I read them. Okay, the underneath of the deck. This is the underlying energy. This is what's creating the energy and the situation that you're finding yourself in right now. It says just breathe, and this card kind of represents like the relationship that you have with yourself, which is also the relationship you have with Source, with the universe, with God, or however you want to put it or label it. It's saying that is the most important relationship that you can possibly ever have, because what goes on in your inner workings is what the world brings back to you. It's like a double reflection, like what's within you is what you attract. So you want to be, working on what's in your psyche, what's in your inner workings, what's your connection with yourself, how's your self-connection, your self-love, your self-care, and all of that sort of stuff working for you at the moment. And also that is the place when you feel like your other relationships aren't working, like your twin flame relationship in particular isn't working. That's where you need to fall back to, that connection with yourself and Source. That's where you find the guidance and the clarity. I'm just the messenger. I'm just, passing on the message that maybe some of you don't have the time to sit still and, listen to your own guidance, need to hear. So that's the underlying energy. If you're finding things difficult, fall back to your own connection with yourself, with your inner self, with your inner universe, and remember that that's actually the outer universe and your connection with Source and God and all of that stuff as well. So what we have, and I can see why, is we've got a bit of it looks like some difficult energy again. Oh my god. Last week was enough, thanks. It doesn't have to be difficult. It just depends on what level of consciousness you're at and what your expectations of your relationship or connection are. We see what's in the connection here is choosing your battles wisely. So this is about not sweating the small stuff, looking at the big picture and not starting fights, choosing the fight that you fight to be the one for your relationship, for your connection with yourself, rather than, just causing drama to get attention or getting caught up in the sort of lower vibrational stuff. I don't really like to say that because that's not how I think of it, but it's the best way that I can think of to describe it without having to go into a huge rant about it. So, yeah, there you go. So look, we're being asked here to choose our battles, to look at the bigger picture, look at This is something you're in for the long haul, and don't let the little road bumps put you off. I know I'm guilty of doing that. I have been guilty of doing that, and it took me a long time to kind of work through all my shit that made me do that. We're conditioned to do it, you know, and we grow up with these ideas and expectations of what a relationship should be. And sometimes with the twin flame connection, it just doesn't fit in those boxes. It just won't conform, because it's here to break down the way that we love. It's here to bring in a different way of loving, a different blueprint of love to the human race, to help us raise our consciousness, to help change the way that we relate to each other. So yeah, it doesn't always fit in the box, and sometimes you have this kind of like this internal shit going on, making you think, you know, on the one side you've got, we should just let each other come and go as we please, and on the other side you have, you know, the conditioned expectations that if someone's not talking to you, it means that they don't love you. If someone's not connecting with you in the way that you want them to, it means that they're not loving you the way that, you know, all of that kind of stuff. And it goes so much deeper than that. Like, it's really, really quite a complicated thing, and I'm not going to get into it now, but that was my example, so hopefully that kind of explains to you. This is the energy that we are looking at midweek for you guys. This is what we're looking at, and it's asking us to take a higher perspective, take a perspective that this is a lifetime of work. It's not going to just be, you know, I'm going to do this work and then when I feel better, everything's going to fall into place and it'll all be fine. I'll never have to do this work again. It just doesn't work like that. Like, we can resolve things, but the work that we do within ourselves is always going to be there, because there's always going to be, you know, things that we have to process, emotions that we have to process, situations that are difficult, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, when you're approaching your connection, take a higher perspective. Choose your battles. Who are you fighting with? And what are you fighting for? If you have to fight, are you fighting for your connection with yourself, with your, you know, or are you fighting for the sake of just, you know, making trouble? Or maybe not just making trouble, but is it worth upsetting everything for? If you've, you know, when you really think about it, if you take a step back, is it worth fighting over? Wow, that was huge. I could have just done the reading with just that one card. Anyway, so, wow. I'm going to look at, sorry, I'm just gone blank. That happens sometimes when I download a whole bit of information like that. I'm just like, what? Anyway, so we're going to look at the partner, all right? I don't use the masculine feminine thing. I think it's a bit of a misnomer. It's not helping you get into unity consciousness, where you understand that everything is interconnected. And when you are a twin, when you have a twin soul connection, you're always in union. It's just not in the physical. And I know that's really hard to understand when you are new to this, or when you're struggling with this and you want to be with that person physically. But it's the truth. Like, in spirit, we're always together, if you are a twin. And when it really comes down to it, in spirit, we're all one anyway, because we're all just separate streams of consciousness from this one source of light. Yeah, let's not get too deep, Ali. Okay, so the partner we're looking at. Someone's taking the lead here. They're going to take the lead. This is an energetic card. This is in the spiritual realm. So they're doing the work. They're using their energy to take control of how things are going. And I can see why, because the people who are watching might be experiencing a little bit of a dark night, needing, you know, that time, or feeling sadness and isolation, maybe shutting down, as we do sometimes when we're processing deep, hard emotions, and not being able to talk anymore, not being able to communicate about it at the time. So we have one partner taking the lead energetically and kind of, you know, bringing up um, the energy, bringing up the vibration of the connection, and wanting to share their love. Like, this is what they're bringing. They're offering you their heart. They're offering love to you, despite the fact that there's this kind of like, maybe this was in the past, this disagreement, fight, whatever. This kind of energy that's a bit like, it's just like, that's what I can feel. It's really hard sometimes for me to find the right words. But yeah, look, it's a couple. They're bringing the love to you. They're sharing the love. It looks like a celebration. It looks like, you know, they think of it as something that is a relationship, okay? So they're offering you their heart, and you have the next card coming up, which is the throat chakra. So this is about self-expression. Maybe there's some things that you've got bottled up that you need to kind of work on. Maybe you should be having a look into, you know, how to balance your throat chakra, or maybe if you're not, you know, finding time for you, finding time to express you, finding time to do the things that, you know, fulfill you and all of that sort of stuff. You need to start looking at that, because, as I said, this connection really relies on how well you love yourself as to how well others respond to you, including your twin. So I'm kind of feeling like here with the people who are watching, you're finding it difficult to change your focus. This is change your focus up the right way, right? Usually that kind of says to me that, you know, you want to keep your eyes on the prize, but here I feel like it's like you want to keep your eyes on the prize, but it's really difficult. There's something that's going on that's distracting you. So let's have a look. So for the partner, the next card is the dreams coming true card. So that's like, they've got these really good intentions towards you, you know, like they've got wonderful intentions towards you. And perhaps you're not feeling it just because you're processing some things. Some shit came up last week maybe, in that wonderful, really intense time when the Schumann resonance spikes, when there's solar flares like there has been last week. It's what happens is it kind of shifts and it shakes and it makes all of this stuff come up to light, and once it's in the light you can resolve it. So I think the advice here is to actually overcome this sadness and isolation and this not talking. This is what I'm kind of feeling. I'm seeing the throat chakra here, like you need to express yourself, but you need to do it with love. So you want to focus on the goal, like I said in the beginning. So focus on the higher perspective, the long haul kind of situation, not what's going on like right now within you. You may have been triggered. That's what I'm kind of feeling. You may have been triggered. Something might have really upset you. It might not even be to do with your connection. It could just be something outside in your life, and you know, it's kind of left you shaken. I think that's what's happening here. But you will come out of it. Let me have a look. I'm just having a look. I've just noticed, like, we've got 3 threes here. 33. It's actually my divine counterpart's favourite number, and mine too. But also, there's some correlation between twin flames and the number 33, which I can't remember, but I'm sure that somebody will be able to explain it to me. I know it's a special number, anyway. 3 threes. Very interesting. I'm trying to think what 3 means now. 3. 3 is like, it's kind of like a rite of passage. It's not, it's like, when you're working with tarot, number 1 is the beginning. It's sort of like the idea, and then number 2 is like the planning, and number 3 is bringing it down to the earth, or to, you know, the physical plane to actually start that project or whatever that, you know, particular thing is. So we've got 3-3, so something's beginning here. Something's definitely starting here, and I see, look, they have the best of intentions for you. Dreams coming true, sharing the love, taking the lead, you know, looking after, maybe it'll be them sort of looking after you when they realise that you're struggling, and helping you change and express yourself and change your focus. I'm just going to pull some extra cards. Oh, I've got the wrong deck. Maybe I should use it anyway. Must have picked it up intuitively. Okay, so what is the possible outcome for your partner, your twin, your connection for this reading? So they have star, hope, inspiration, and does that say nature? This is actually the soulmate card as well. It's kind of like the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so they have a lot of hope for this situation. It's like dreams coming true as well. It's kind of like the wish card. It's like your wish came true kind of thing. But what's going on down here? Alright, I want to know what's going on down here. What's the outcome for these people here? So the people who are watching mainly, you may not resonate. You may resonate with the other side. That is fine. You know, it just happens that way sometimes. So what's happening for the person who's in sadness, the person who needs to express themselves and can't change their focus? Okay, so we've got the Lovers, soulmates, decision. Again, another soulmate card. All right, so I feel like whatever it is that's going on for the people who are resonating with this lot of cards here, so kind of like perhaps you will find the way to make this, you know, to do this self-expression, to find this kind of balance that you need. You know, this person is like your soulmate or your twin flame or your divine counterpart, right? You know that they are, no matter what's going on and no matter what you're kind of feeling and thinking right now, you know that that's what they really are. And I think you just have to make the decision to trust in this situation, because you don't get this situation for nothing, right? It doesn't happen for nothing. It happens for you to grow. It happens for you to experience new, different, deeper things. And I feel like when I look at this card, like, look at that picture. The other person is going to guide you. They're going to lift you up and they're going to love you no matter what.